Joining me now is someone else who tells his audience very hard truths, the great Steve Deace of the Steve Deace Show. Steve, I vacillate. That's a huge word for me, Steve. You know that. I vacillate back and forth between complete and utter disdain for the people on our side who are really naive about how evil everything is, to feeling genuine sorrow for them. I talked with a couple friends a few nights ago, good people, Republican people, you know, they were stunned that I thought Trump was going to go to prison. They were stunned. They actually said to me, you're going to love this, Steve. They said to me, but these are all lies. He didn't do it, as if that somehow matters. The level of naivete, Steve, I can't deal with this anymore.
Jesse, help me understand. Elections are rigged. A shadow group called the Deep State runs America. And yet, the same people who say this also say that, well, the obviousness of the scam of these legal persecutions of Trump will come to light and the system will shine through and justice will be done. Jesse, help me understand how you believe all those things simultaneously. How do you do it? I don't get it. Help me. How do you do that? Help me.
I don't know. So, okay. Obviously, I think we're just dealing with, and you can argue with me on this, obviously, as you always can. I think we're just dealing with basic human nature, Steve. Like that story of the Warsaw Ghetto uprising from World War II, when the Jews rose up and killed a bunch of Nazis. However, people miss the fact that 80% of that ghetto had already been unloaded to the death camps before an uprising took place. It is human nature to simply deny how bad things are until you can't deny it anymore.
Donald Trump is guilty in D.C. for being Trump on a sunny day or a cloudy day or any day. He'll be found guilty there. Then what will happen is we have blue secretaries of state, and I'm sure this is a coincidence as well. There aren't that many Democrat secretaries of state left in the country, but a few of them just so happen to be in the following states. You'll love this: Arizona, Nevada, North Carolina, and Wisconsin. Republicans must win at least 3 of those 4 states to get to 270, if not all 4 of them. And it just so happens that they have Democrat secretaries of state. Man, the blind random luck of these Dems is just, they just walk between the raindrops. And so what's going to happen is after they convict him of basically de facto treason in their star chamber over there, these blue secretary of states are then going to come out and say, by golly, we shouldn't put an insurrectionist on the ballot. We shouldn't put a convicted felon on the ballot. Well, that'll be another month or 2 of legal wranglings and trials and arrangements about ballot access. So again, now we're well into the summer that we're not concentrating all our fire on Democrats, but we're essentially a legal defense fund on the right instead. Before you know it, the convention's in late July. We're now to August, September. And by then, the Democrats are up on the air with hundreds of millions of dollars in ads. We are trying to run a legal defense fund. Our down ballot candidates are more anemically funded, all right, than an Ethiopian in search of a plate of food. And this is the plan. And if you have a brain or you're willing to see it objectively, it is very obvious. Now, it's not a foolproof plan. These people are largely fools. They just look brilliant because they often go unopposed. When you're not opposed, you look brilliant. You win every chess match when the other guy doesn't make any moves. So we don't have to sit here and suffer this fate, but we need a plan. And our plan needs to be more than this gets me the most clicks on Twitter. This gets me the most downloads on iTunes. This gets me booked on Fox News tonight. We're going to need more of a plan than that, Jesse, because the people we're up against are not simply doing this for profit or it's a business, but it's a real movement. It's a dark one, and they're going to execute their plan no matter how many clicks we're accumulating over here.